Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, recently I was able to upgrade my cooking to level
As long
20.
as they
I
have
was
contract
finally
coins
finished and I was like,
and
okay, let's edit this
Take a
video.
look.
3.5 hours of footage, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna start this. The people are not gonna be interested in me checking out every farm location possible for every resource that you would need. That's gonna just take way too long. So today I'm gonna try to take you as fast as possible through how I leveled cooking, the recipes I find the most important for your leveling in cooking, guys. And honestly, it's only 4 recipes that are like the most important for cooking leveling, and what you kind of need to do daily. And talking about daily,
You, adventurer, take a look at my wares.
yes, I will, because the Sunrise Merchant, guys, is one you're gonna need to talk to daily.
The quality of our goods. Don't forget to consume them when you need to.
And why do you need to look at them daily? She's, or he, depending on where you are, sells daily items. So eggs, 30, daily limit. Golden rye, daily limit, 10. Honey, daily limit, 5. Now, eggs and honey, I would say, like, when you start the game. Like, you did your first mission, blah, 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 blah. You saw a sundry merchant. Once you have enough solents, start buying out every day your golden rye. It is gonna be the most important resource for your cooking that you can buy, guys. Honey later on is useful as well. Eggs is useful as well. But golden rye is on another level, completely against every other resource that you can find. And if you have enough money, guys, onion, for instance, you can buy as many as you want, right? They're not limited. But buy the eggs, buy the honey, buy the golden rye daily, guys. As soon as you can, as soon as you start playing this game. It is
What
so
to do?
freakishly important.
Take care.
So let's start up the fire here and check out the oven. So recipes, guys, we've got a lot of recipes, like a whole lot of recipes to go through, and there are a lot of good recipes as well. Now they are divided under sections. We've got attack recipes, for instance, the roasted honey apple, PvP hit chance, PvP critical hit chance, fried egg, boss hit chance, boss critical hit chance. Like, there are all sorts of recipes in this game, right? Barbecue, grilled ground fish, enticing, thrilling palpitite, roaring steak, like the specific bosses, like demon bosses. You want to kind of eat this when you fight that. Boss hit for a humanoid damage resistance, ardent jelly for the undead bosses, world bosses, like giving you extra damage, giving you more chance on loot from those bosses, right? We got defense ones, so all evasions, all heavy attack evasions. We got all endurance here. We've got damage reduction, debuff duration, all evasion, skill damage resist, all CC resist. So there is a really good amount, really good recipes in here. Utilities, meaning extra health, extra mana, and then skill heal. We got healing received, amatory healing. Don't think anybody is actually using this one. Movement speed, attack speed. We've got our remedies. So attack remedy, 20% increased damage, guys, 24 seconds for 2 minutes. That's a lot of damage. If you ever wondered, like, okay, this dude is doing so much more damage than me, and he's got the same build, and we are leveled the same, how is that possible? It's because he's using his attack remedies proficiently. Like, every 2 minutes, 20% increased damage is a lot. Boss nukes, like, holy crap, this is gonna help you so much. If it's for PvP, damage taking, guys, you can counter the attack remedy with a defense remedy. Duration 24 seconds, cooldown 2 minutes. So when you see a complete mob of players coming towards you, know that the good PvP players will have the attack remedy up when they actually try to kill you. Use the rare defense remedy when they start pushing you. And then rare purification remedy, guys. Remove CC effects, so bind, sleep, or silence, stun, anything that makes you unable to move. Remove those every 2 minutes. So yeah, honestly, until 3-4 days ago, I didn't even know this existed. Shame on me. Definitely need to start crafting these up to actually be able to fight more properly. And we've got... oh, so there's a chance that you craft 2 for the price of 1. Okay, so it's not a different grade. And we got a miscellaneous ones. Fishing mastery bonus, cooking mastery bonus, XP bonus, bird egg solent bonus, turnapple tart XP and solent bonus, crab meat, solent, and abyssal contract token efficiency. And then mastery bonus and abyssal contract token efficiency from the golden apple pie, guys. So yeah, really, really nice recipes. And then at the back, we have favorites. So if you say like, okay, this is a good recipe, this is something I definitely want to use, like the attack remedy, you can click here and add it to your favorite list, meaning that you can always quickly see, okay, these are the ones that I want to cook. These are the ones I find useful. And these are also among the ones that I craft to level up. Like, for leveling, guys, what do you want to look at? You want to look at the amount of XP that it gives. Level 20, you can see here, 335,000 XP, right? You want to make sure that you are working with a recipe that gives you the most amount of XP for that level. But then again, you want to check out how many resources am I going to need for this recipe. So you want to have the best amount of XP or the least amount of resources and the easiest to obtain resources in the game. There might be a recipe with 4 resources that gives way more XP than a recipe with 3 resources, but the recipe with 3 resources is way easier to obtain than a recipe with 4 resources. Like, for instance, why would I go for a recipe that has 1000 XP when I can go 10 recipes in the same farm time that give 750, right? If it takes me 10 minutes to farm for one recipe, or it takes me 10 minutes to farm for 10 recipes, but the 10 recipes give me 750 XP, that's 7,500 in the same 10 minutes, right? That's basically the gist I'm going for. So in that train of thought, guys, let's first go over which recipes I use to actually level up. Well, early game, you start with a mission. I think Percy is the one that gives you the mission, and he says like, go gather some stuff. It's the introduction into cooking. Gather some stuff and then cook one of the 3 recipes that I give you. I think the one that I crafted was a fish recipe. It got me to level 6. At level 6, guys, these level 2 experiences, they don't mean anything. So you're not gonna be able to, not gonna be crafting those because you need them for XP. The rye bread, you are gonna need to craft a couple, guys. But I already told you how important golden rye is. Milk we can buy. Salt, we'll talk about that in a second, how we can obtain that, because we need to go to another resource that we obtain in the same way. But golden rye we buy daily, guys. You can see here 5 for 1, meaning that if you say, okay, I'm gonna be fishing for half an hour, if you're unlucky, you're gonna need 2 rye bread, right? For 15 minutes, that's 10. Basically, that's your rye bread for that day, and you haven't even started cooking yet. This is why rye bread is so freakishly important, guys. Pickled fruit candy. Get this one crafted, guys. Cooking mastery bonus. You do not want to craft anything in the game, cooking-wise, without the cooking mastery bonus. It saves 15% of all of your XP that you're gonna need. It is so freakishly good. Make sure that it is always, the buff is always active when you are cooking. Now, what do we want to start cooking? Well, early on, honey rye cookies, guys. Again, 5 that golden rye that we're gonna need for 1 cookie. Meaning we can make 2 cookies a day, right? Honey, we can buy. Here comes the salt again, right? Why do we want to start crafting the honey rye cookies? Well, they give 29 XP, so that's not bad. Early XP. But we need this ingredient for a later ingredient that actually gives a whole lot more XP. So crafting these, do not consume them, do not destroy them, do not sell them. Keep them, because you will need them for the later recipe. We get to healthy milk later on. Well, like in between honey rye cookies and healthy milk, guys, there's gonna be a couple other recipes that you are gonna need to use to level up. If you have enough rye bread to be able to level up from honey rye cookies into healthy milk, that would be incredible. That means you did your work and you saved up your golden rice, right? We go into heavy milk because this is where we need protein and milk. Milk we can buy. Protein we get from the same way that we get, or I get, my salt. We can get these from killing mobs in the open world, guys. Same with the salt. So if you look at the salt, basically every lobster, everything that's on a shoreline, Daybreak Shore or Windhill Shore, has a chance to drop salt for you, right? That's not the easiest way to actually be able to do that, guys. The easiest way to get your hands on salt or on routine is through your Emetoy expedition. From the earliest time you go for an Emetoy expedition, you're level 1. The first level that you can run your Emetoys on gives salt. There is so many areas you can farm with your Emetoy that give salt or routine. It is a shame that you would not use your Emetoys to actually passively farm up the salt and the routine there instead of go waste your time at actually farming it in the open wild. It is, honestly, it's a waste of time farming in the open wild if your Emetoys can actually farm for you. That's how I'm getting my routine. That's how I'm getting my salt in this game, guys. So you want to be cooking up your honey rye cookies. Then you want to be start making your healthy milk when you eventually get to honey sponge cake. For honey sponge cake, you need your honey rye cookies and your healthy milk. Like I said, you want to use these two to level up and to keep these so you can actually craft the honey sponge cake. 552 XP, guys. Really, really nice. Now, in between healthy milk and heavy sponge cake, if you don't have the recipes or if you don't have the level yet, you can use other recipes that you have available, guys. Just take into account that golden rye is something you need. So if you're wasting it on other recipes to maybe get like one more level, it might be smarter to just farm up more honey rye cookies or farm up more healthy milk to just pass on till you get to the honey sponge cake. Because later on in the game, you will be needing honey sponge cake, guys. Why will you need these? Well, everybody needs these on a standard. Like this is an item you want in your bag standard. I only have one, meaning I'm gonna need to spend some time actually farming them up again. But it gives health recovery and mana recovery. 500 per second for 18 seconds. That's 9,000 mana and 9,000 health, guys. You die and you respawn with half health and half mana. Eating this cookie, 18 seconds, and you basically are back in action. Back. You cannot rely on your healer to heal you back up, because if he needs to use his heals before you go back into combat, his heals will be on cooldown. So everybody needs to have honey sponge cakes on him. You go out of combat, you're low health, low mana, eat your honey sponge cake, guys. Instantly solved your mana issues, your health issues. Don't rely always on your healer. I'm not saying if you go into a co-op dungeon, you have a healer with you, like you're constantly like you run from one location to the other and you're in combat again, don't use it there. But like you go Queen Bellum there, or you go any world boss and you die, you spawn with half health. Eat these cookies, eat these sponge cakes before you go back in action and be a one-shot for the boss again, right? That's why I'm saying this. And then after the honey sponge cake, guys, use up any recipe that you can, that you think like, okay, this is the least amount of resources that I'm gonna use, into grilled crown fish. And this recipe at level 13 is what got me to level 20. You don't need to look at any other recipe than this one, because this is the easiest to obtain resources. We know where we can get the salt. Saffron at this point in the game is so freakishly easy to get. And well, if you're gonna work on your cooking, why not at the same time work on your fishing? All the fish that you can use for this recipe is fishable in one location. The arowana, linguish barracuda, bellflower bass, the dollies, and then the three blues and the largemouth bass. All come from one location, guys. And basically, I can say my fishing right now is level 15. So if you level to level 15 without your fishing rod, because your fishing rod adds levels, without your fishing rod, if you level to level 15, fish to level 15 in the spot I'm telling you in a second, then you will be ready to get cooking to level 20 instantly. Like, if you wanna not waste time on cooking, just waste your time on fishing then, and you won't waste time on cook. Well, basically, the one provides for the other, right? So it's not really a waste of time. It's just a good investment of your time, I would say. But yeah, fishing, guys. And where did I get my fish from? Well, if you go to Pure Light Hill Waypoint, so under Pure Light Tower here, Pure Light Hill Waypoint, you can fly all the way to here where there is a bridge. Now, this bridge is out of range for any mob that spawns around this area, so you will never be interrupted while fishing. It's one of the most horrible things that can happen. You're fishing and you're riding your bait and suddenly an NPC hits you and everything's gone to waste, right? Don't want that to happen. So really good location, no enemies, plus it's a really beautiful location as well to fish. So if you need to fish anywhere, might as well be a beautiful location, right? And in this spot over here, I basically fished up all the resources that I needed to craft my cooking to level 20. And that basically meant my fishing was level 15 when I had enough. So that's kind of, if you want to do one before the other, that might be the best thing to do, guys. And then you just craft a golden grilled crownfish, guys. For 1,158 XP and only 3 resources, this is the easiest and best way to farm to level 20. Now, where are we getting saffron from, guys? Well, earlier when I started working on my cooking, basically that was around the Halloween event when I really started looking into cooking and what do I need to do. We would go to Silicious Abyss. And then basically in Silicious Abyss, any elite or any, I think undead, so not Silicious, I don't think, was it any? I think it was undead that only dropped it. I'm not sure anymore. But basically they dropped saffron. They had a chance to drop saffron, right? Right now, after the rune update, rune update, they no longer drop saffron, they drop the quality cooking ingredient chance chest, and saffron is not part of here. So I did what anybody else would do with questions in the game. You turn to your guildmates, your clan members, your I forgot the word, our outfit? No, that's not it. Your alliance, guilds, it's guild members. Holy crap, how am I getting so confused? Went to my guild members and was like, guys, saffron is not dropping from abyssals anymore. Where can I get it? And they're like, go to Shattered Temple, kill any mob there. Any mob in Shattered Temple has a chance to drop saffron. I'm like, okay, good. Went there, killed 20 mobs, got 4 drops. And I was like, okay, that's 1 out of 5. That's actually not too bad. Killed 20 more, got 1 drop. And it was like, yeah, that's 1 out of 20. That's not good. And I think 2 minutes later, after the dude said, or, the player said, well, go farm there, the NPCs, he said, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, when it's nighttime, go to any location, and the location I go to is Black Howell Plains waypoint. Basically fast travel here, I run to here, and then basically run this entire hill off, till this point over here, and then I fast travel back. This entire line here, over here in this section a little bit, this section a little bit, all spawn wild herbs. And all wild herbs during the night have a 100% guarantee on saffron. So getting saffron for the recipe with the most amount of XP and the least amount of resources, and we already know how easy it is to get salt, because that's a passive farm that somebody else is doing. This is the best recipe, guys, that you can do. In the meantime, you're gonna unlock other recipes. Now, the other recipes you are gonna unlock are the recipes that have the ingredients from the bosses, guys. So the Beast Fang, for instance, where does it drop? It drops from the Temple of Slaughter. You can see here the Beast Fang, and we get Mana Blood. Cursed Wasteland drops the Reaper Soul and Mana Blood. Dead Abyss, Reaper Soul. And if we go down, Butcher's Canyon drops the Orc Heart and Fermented Protein. Fermented Protein we can also get from our Amatoy. So if you don't have enough from your running the Butcher's Canyon or any other Tyrant's Isle has it as well. Yeah, Tyrant's Isle has it as well. And Lizard Scale in here, Cave of Destruction. We get Fermented Protein and Ant, right? So those are really good recipes for their XP, guys. So if we look, basically it is 1500 XP for one. But it's kind of limited to how many co-op dungeons have you ran, right? If you run a co-op dungeon, you basically get one recipe, and Mana Blood is in there. And as you can see, the Fermented Protein is in there as well. Basically, while you are leveling with grilled crown fish, whenever you are leveling up, like you eat your food for the 15% increase or decrease in experience needed, you basically, well, farm up the grilled crown fish that you got, and then start farming up or building up or crafting up all of the boss foods that you can make. And they're actually pretty good as well, because as you can see here, boss hit chance, demon damage boost. That means that these foods are mainly or are supposed to be used when you go farm your open world bosses, because the open world bosses have a specific type. They are demons, and we got humanoids, we got wildkin, again, and we got undead, right? So you want to be using these to actually fight against those bosses to have a higher chance again to get more boss drops for yourself, to have a higher chance of doing damage, more proficiency done on the boss, more loot for yourself. And that's basically how I leveled up my cooking, guys. Now, I do want to go over some of the, well, basically my favorites and why I have them in my favorites, guys. Attack remedy, defense remedy, purification remedy speaks for themselves. You should have this on you 24/7. Vegetable stir fry, you need to have this on you 24/7. It basically gives you 300 more health and 20 health regen for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on which craft you did, right? Then we get to the mushroom stir fry. That's max mana 300 and mana regen. Same, but we can also do a rare one, which gives us a buff for an hour. So really, really good. Don't really get why we cannot get a quality one for the vegetable stir fry. That we can make yeah, that's kind of weird for me. That max mana regen would be for an hour, but then the max health regen wouldn't be for an hour. It's kind of strange, but yeah, these really good. Kwarba omelet, guys, health regen and mana regen. These three, the stir fries, the two stir fries, the extra health, the extra mana, and the Kwarba omelet can all be eaten at the same time. Meaning those are three buffs that are active at the same time. Meaning it's really, really good. End game, early game, any type in the game, guys. This is good food because there's constant buffs on survivability, on being able to have more mana so you don't run out and not able to do your skills, right? So yeah, these are definitely the three recipes that I will be making constantly to make sure that every time I go into a co-op dungeon, every time I go into war, every time I go farm, I basically have these three up when a little bit more damage will be taken than necessary. Let's call it at that, right? We got the Tran Apple Tart in here, XP bonus, Solent bonus, really good. Crab Meat Pie, Solent bonus, Abyssal Contract Token, really, really good. Honey Sponge for the leveling, of course. Golden Apple Pie, Mastery bonus, Abyssal Contract Token efficiency, really, really good, of course. Got the Grilled Crown Fish. For me, honestly, bonus damage skill, bonus skill damage boost, pretty good as well. Plus, it stacks on top of the other three buffs, so you can have all four of them active, guys. So you can really make yourself a lot more powerful than you already are by just getting 4 food buffs up at the same time. And I don't think a lot of players are actually taking the benefit of these foods into account. How much it can change their playstyle and their game experience. Then we get to the Dom Crab Platter. A lot of resources for this one, guys. All evasion, skill damage resist, all CC resist. Definitely good buffs. Scorpion Tail Fritters, movement speed and attack speed. Pretty okay. Scorpion Tail, pretty hard to get by because it only drops from the Sand Scorpion, the elite that spawns in here. So, yeah, pretty hard to get by. And it has the icon for night, so only during the nighttime, guys, does it actually drop. Same with the Fruce. Fruce only drops at nighttime or when it rains, not at nighttime or when it rains. Really good that they included the icons now in the game as well to show you, like, you don't want to farm this right now here because it is daytime and it won't drop. It's actually pretty good, useful information. But yeah, Scorpion Tail Fritters, guys. And why do I have these two in my list? Because I'm not using them actually for their buffs. Daybreak Shore Feast, guys. We basically need the quality Scorpion Tail Fritters. We need quality Golden Apple Pie. I really wish that this was another one. Golden Apple Pie is just so good. And we basically need the quality one. Golden Apple, so we can get the regular one, quality one, or the rare one. It is such a good one, guys. I find it kind of a shame. And we need the quality Dawn Crab Ladder and then rare Marins, guys. And this is basically a feast. We can place this anywhere and everybody can eat from this. Meaning for PvP fights, I've seen a couple guildies throw these on and I want to contribute as well. So this is why these are in my favorite list. This is something I want to contribute to the guild as well. Now there are other feasts out there, guys, and you can basically Golden Rye Feast, boss damage reduction, evasion, endurance. We got Vienta Banquet, PvP hit chance, PvP critical hit chance. Might actually quality Aurora Seafood Platter, an Apple Tart, Scorpion. Might actually Aurora Seafood Platter. Look at the amount of resources you need for. Holy crap. But yeah, I don't really need the hit chance or the crit chance because I'm a healer. But for me, the evasion and endurance would be the main one. And recently we've got special lava fish rice bowl. I've not found the recipe yet. I think we fish it up. I'm not really sure, but I've not been lucky with the lava pools, guys. I've not been lucky with the lava pools. Yeah, this is basically all I had to talk about for cooking. Like I said before, I had everything recorded in like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that, footage. And I think the 25 minutes that I talked now are lengthily enough. I think I've talked about everything that I can think of that is important. And like I said, there's only like 4 real recipes that you will be using to level up, or that actually I used. You will be using other recipes, but that's just to get to the last marker, to get to the next level. You're not really gonna invest time into it because it just takes too much time to farm the resources for those. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. If you want to see more of my Let's Play here in Throne and Liberty, my quest progression in Throne and Liberty, or any other game that I might be playing on my channel now or in the future, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next one. Bye.